What time is it? I need the exact minute in Japan Standard Time. Also, can you please tell me what the date is?
Today is the 20th of July, and the time is now 8:30 o'clock.
You didn't look at a clock before answering. How can you be so certain it is 8:30 precisely?
I couldn't have checked a clock because there aren't any here. I don't need them. But I promise the time I gave you was precise. My internal clock is accurate down to the second. My eating habits, exercise rhythms, and sleep patterns are so regulated that my body always knows what time it is.
Judging by the position of the stars and the phase of the moon, your estimation is correct within a .083 margin of error. I can therefore confirm it. Today is July 20th and it is 8:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time. Is that calculation consistent with your internal clock?
Yes. Not for very much longer, though. We actually just passed the 53-second mark. You're injured! You shouldn't move!
Don't be concerned. My body can regenerate. The cusp of Cancer. The hour is between 8 p.m. and 12 midnight. The direction westward facing. Invoking the protection of Undine. We will require the aid of an angel.
What is it that you're doing?
It's magic. From this point forward, I will need your assistance. I must borrow your body. Please follow my instructions exactly. If you do, we will accomplish this without injury. Your participation in this will be appreciated.
Why don't you lie back down instead? We'll wait for the ambulance. Let's see. I must have bandages somewhere.
Common first aid will do no good. Unfortunately, nothing you can do will suffice to close my wounds completely. Nor is there any reason to call for additional help. Any attempt will be useless unless it can heal my injuries entirely and restore my life force to the necessary levels within the next few minutes.
So, what do you want me to do? I don't know anything about magic. I didn't think it was real till now.
I deeply appreciate your cooperation. Now to begin. Tell me what that is, the black item over there.
It's a memory card. You haven't seen one before?
It will do. Please place it in the center of the coffee table.
It's really more of a tea table. What's this? It looks like you've built a miniature of the room.
The materials used are irrelevant. What is important is to recreate the placement of the items as they appear in the room.
What are those?
They represent the beer cans. As we move forward, it is vital that you follow any instruction I give down to the letter. A single misstep could be disastrous. A mistake as small as a misdirected thought could permanently damage your nervous system. Understood? Complete failure would result in the destruction of your body and death. I thought you should be aware of the risk. We will call an angel and create a temple. I will begin the chanting now. Please follow my example. Link established.
What link?
We created a temple on this table. We have now established a link between it and the room. Whatever happens in the room will also happen on the table. And whatever happens on the table will also happen in the room. Now you must visualize.
What?
Picture a golden angel. It should have 2 wings. In the body of a child. See the form of a beautiful angel.
An angel? It won't work. How am I supposed to summon an angel? Uh-oh.
You are not actually summoning the angel itself. Rather, as a spellcaster, you are using your will to create the form of an angel.
Oh, okay. A beautiful angel. 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 works, Ryu.
A form stabilization failure. So long as the temple is protected by the blue of Undine, it is no matter. We can continue our work. Let us chant.
A beautiful angel. 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 A beautiful angel.
Life force replenishment underway. Now confirming that mortal peril has been avoided. John's pen is returning to dormancy.
Are you sure that you're okay?
Yes. I just need some time to recover my strength. The wound is closed now, so I should be fine. Thank goodness. Touma won't have to pay for this.
Pay for it? Like how?
It's difficult to explain, but if I had died here, the consequences he would have faced might have been terrible.
It sounds like you were more concerned about Kamajo instead of your own injuries.
I know it's strange. After all, I only just met him. But still...
Explain this. Miss Kamoy is an Academy City teacher. She's a bona fide beer-drinking, chain-smoking adult. How is it that her PJs even fit you? I mean, the age difference must be huge.
It's rude to talk down to people. And anyway, they don't fit that well. The chest area is way too tight on me.
Hey, after what I did, you're making fun of me?
What? I wasn't.
You just what, huh?
No, it's nothing.
I am an adult, thank you very much. And as for you, Kamajo, it's time you answered some questions. Who is this girl to you?
My younger sister.
You were the worst player ever! Look at her! She's got silver hair and blue eyes! You are clearly not related to her! Tell the truth!
Miss Kamoy, may I please ask a question first?
Fine.
If I do tell the truth to you, are you going to report it to Academy City's governing board?
Yes. I'm not sure what kind of trouble you've gotten yourself involved in, but I can tell that it's something serious. And now that I know about it, it is my duty as a faculty member and a responsible adult to report it to the authorities. Whatever's going on, it seems like you've gotten in over your head, Kamajo. How can I stand back and do nothing when one of my students is in danger?
If you were a stranger, I wouldn't hesitate to involve you in this. But you've already done so much to help. I don't want you to get hurt.
That may have been a fancy little speech, but I can't just leave it at that. You aren't going to get out of this that easily, you know.
Where are you going?
I'm giving you time to think. There are a few groceries I need from the supermarket. You are going to stay here. I expect you to give serious consideration to what you're going to tell me. I'll be gone for a bit. You should have more than enough time. Oh, and...
Yes, ma'am?
There's always a chance I'll get caught up in my shopping and forget about this. But I still expect you to explain yourself once I get back. I don't want you trying to weasel your way out of it. Do you understand?
She's a nice person.
Are you talking about Miss Kamoy?
Mm-hmm.
We should keep her from getting further involved, huh?
That's right. It wouldn't be safe for her to use any more magic.
Huh?
The grimoires are really dangerous. They're full of unconventional ideas that alter basic laws of nature. It's like there are two different worlds. This one and the one within the grimoires. And the other one is toxic.
Like poison?
When people of this world who aren't sorcerers read what is written in the grimoires, it damages their brains. Normal humans were never meant to read such poisonous ideas, you see?
That's horrible. Is that what magic is? It sounds evil.
You want to know? You want me to tell you about it? The poison I carry?
You look so serious. Hands clasped and head bowed, almost like you're talking to a priest.
Yeah, you're right. It kind of feels like you're taking my confession. There used to be only one Church of the Cross. Do you know why there are so many divisions of it now?
Let me think.
People began to mix their politics with religion. When that happened, the church fractured into separate factions, each one wanting to follow a different path. Even though they all still shared a common god. Each group evolved in its own way, developing a character suited to its beliefs.
Character, sure.
I belong to a branch of the English Puritan Church. England is a country of magic, so anti-sorcery practices like witch hunts and inquisitions became increasingly commonplace over the centuries. The English Puritan Church created a special branch for such things. This branch investigates magic and develops countermeasures against sorcerers. It's called the Church of Necessary Evil, or Necessarius.
And you're part of the sect?
You see, understanding an impure enemy that way taints the mind, just as coming into contact with the unclean taints the body. But still, we continue to stand against this impurity, the epitome of which
is the library you carry around in your head.
A piece of magic is a lot like a formula in some ways. If you understand its components well enough, you can figure out how to neutralize your opponent's attack. That means that if you understand all the magic in the world, you should be able to neutralize the power entirely. That's why I memorized the grimoires.
Why they were drilled into you. Okay, if they're as dangerous as you say, you could just burn them without reading them, right?
It's not the books that matter, it's what's written inside them. Even if the original works were destroyed, their contents could have been passed on. Besides, humans wouldn't be able to dispose of the originals. Destroying that kind of magic isn't something the human mind can bear. And since the information can't be destroyed, they had no choice but to seal it in a safe place.
So basically, it's like there's a bomb inside your head and some evil people want to get their hands on it.
Anyone who could use all 103,000 volumes would have the power to warp the entire world.
How could you? This is major stuff and you waited until now to tell me?
You're such a skeptic, I didn't think you were going to believe me, and I didn't want to frighten you off. And also, well, I didn't want you to stop liking me.
That's why you kept it from me? Well, I deserve better. Church of Necessary Evil, magic robes, a whole library of evil books. Yeah, it's a crazy story, and I still have a hard time buying it. But that's it, right? No more surprises? You owe me an apology. Did you actually think I wouldn't like you just because you happen to memorize a bunch of old books? You just assumed I was that petty and shallow? Don't leap straight into judgment. Have some faith. Cheer up. Sorcerers are no match for me. Not while I've got this right hand.
Except, didn't you say they're making you take remedial classes at school?
Did I say that?
You certainly did.
Well, forget about it. It doesn't matter.
If it doesn't matter, then why did you say anything about it in the first place? Was that just an excuse? Did you want to get away from me? Am I cramping your style? Well, are you going to answer me?
How is Index?
Still alive.
I've been looking into the identity of that boy she's got with her.
Good. Did you find anything out about his hand?
Whatever he is, he certainly doesn't appear to be an Esper. Or a sorcerer.
So what then? I hope you're not trying to convince me he's just an ordinary high school student. There's no way. A rank amateur with no power at all repelling Innocentius? Not in this lifetime. He's not a normal kid.
Normal? No. In fact, he is distinctly below average by all appearances. A hopeless student who's quick to get into a fight.
He must be concealing his true status somehow, right? But there's something troubling me even more. Index was healed using magic. What do you think? Is there another magic cabal we don't know of here in the Far East?
If they were operating out of the Academy City, the governing board would have picked up on them by now. Even so, we wouldn't know their number. Plus, we don't have any reinforcements.
She's happy, huh? She really seems to be having fun here. She always makes the best of what she has. I wonder, how much longer are we going to have to keep tearing that apart?
You're starting to get sentimental. You wouldn't be having second thoughts, would you?
I know what needs to be done.
Eventually, Miss Komoe returned from her shopping. She invited us to stay at her place, and she didn't say a word about our earlier conversation. Maybe she got distracted with her errands and forgot about it. Or maybe she just pretended to forget. I wasn't about to ask.
Bath time, bath time. I love bath time. Bath time, bath time. I love bath time. Toma, Toma. Toma, Toma, Toma. It's nothing. I just thought it was funny to say your name a bunch of times for no good reason. Now that I think about it, there is something I want to ask you. Something Komoe told me.
Listen, this is very important. Japanese bathhouses have something called coffee milk. Do this, then this, and then with your hand on your hip, you drink it all.
Oh! I've never heard of something called coffee milk. Is it like a latte or cappuccino?
You won't find anything as fancy as that in a bathhouse. But don't be too disappointed. I bet you'll get a kick out of the bathtubs. They're gigantic. In England, you mostly have tight, narrow tubs, don't you?
Actually, I have no idea what they're like.
You don't? Why?
Well, because the first memory I have is of being here. I don't really know much about what life is like in England.
I was wondering how you seem to fit in so easily here.
I don't think you understand what I mean. I'm not from here. I'm European. I was born in England, London, actually. Apparently, I was raised in St. George's Cathedral. I only arrived in Japan about a year ago, or so I'm told anyway.
So you're told?
Uh-huh. Apparently, I lost my memory somehow. It was strange. When I first opened my eyes, I didn't even know who I was. I couldn't remember what I'd eaten for dinner the day before, but I still knew all about sorcerers, the grimoires necessarius. All that knowledge just spinning around in my head. It was really scary.
So you're telling me that you lost your memory and you have no idea how it happened? That's crazy.
Yeah. What is it? Are you angry again?
No, I'm not angry.
You sure? If I've done something wrong, say so. Really. You shouldn't act so immature. It isn't attractive.
You're just about the last person in the world who should be lecturing me about immaturity, little girl.
Hey, who are you calling little? I'm serious, you really look angry. Or is it just that annoying thing you like to do where you get all upset because you know it'll get under my skin? That's one of the things I don't like about you.
Oh, come on. Are you really gonna give me that crap when you never liked me to begin with? This isn't some romantic comedy where the two main characters start off hating each other until, suddenly... Index? What's with the puppy dog eyes? I was just joking around with you. Okay? Just great. I'm covered in bite marks and she's off in the city somewhere all alone. That's weird. There's no one here. What's happening?
Runes. I engraved them around this spot so we could have a little privacy.
And who the hell are you?
Kaori Kanzaki. And I already know who you are.